nakaabot dito nga yun.
More than 1,400,000 people have been evacuated in the Philippines as Typhoon Fung-wong made landfall on Sunday evening local time. The storm was upgraded to Super Typhoon, with sustained winds around 185 kilometers per hour and gusts of 230 kilometers per hour. Fung-wong, known locally as Uwan, comes days after an earlier storm, Kalmiji, left a trail of destruction and nearly 200 people dead. The eastern Baikal region was the first part of the Philippines to be directly hit by the storm on Sunday morning. Before making its way past the Polillo Islands on Sunday afternoon. Heavy rainfall sent torrents of mud down hillsides and into residential areas. Some poorer neighborhoods were obliterated by the fast-moving flash floods. At least 204 people are now known to have died in the Philippines as a result of the earlier storm, while more than 100 are still missing. Five people also died in Vietnam, where strong winds uprooted trees, tore off roofs, and smashed large windows. The Philippines, located near the area where Pacific Ocean tropical weather systems form, is one of the most vulnerable countries in the world to cyclones. About 20 tropical cyclones form in that region every year, half of which affect the country directly. Climate change is not thought to increase the number of hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones worldwide. However, warmer oceans coupled with a warmer atmosphere, fueled by climate change, have the potential to make those that do form even more intense. That can potentially lead to higher wind speeds, heavier rainfall, and a greater risk of coastal flooding. Terrifying videos have emerged online showing the sheer power of Typhoon Uwan, internationally known as Fung-wong, as it tore through the Philippines with devastating force. The Category 4 storm made landfall overnight in Aurora Province, bringing winds of up to 230 kilometers per hour and torrential rainfall that triggered widespread flooding and power outages. The typhoon's massive circulation, spanning more than 1,500 kilometers, battered large portions of Luzon, forcing nearly 1 million residents to evacuate from coastal and low-lying areas. The landfall came just days after the country was struck by Typhoon Fung-wong, which left 204 people dead, compounding fears of prolonged devastation. Videos shared across X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook captured the terrifying reality faced by communities in the storm's path. In Catanduanes, clips showed giant storm surges swallowing beachfront homes and vehicles being swept away by rising waters. In Quezon and Camarines Norte, residents filmed rooftops being torn off as power lines collapsed, plunging entire towns into darkness. The hashtag Typhoon Uwan and hashtag UwanPH continue to trend globally as more footage surfaces. As of 2 o'clock p.m. Philippine Standard Time, on November 9th, 2025, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration PAGASA reported that Super Typhoon Uwan, international name Fung-wong, was located about 100 kilometers northeast of Date, Camarines Norte. The system was moving west-northwest at around 30 kilometers per hour, packing maximum sustained winds of 185 kilometers per hour near the center and gusts reaching 230 kilometers per hour. PAGASA warned that Uwan poses a high risk of life-threatening storm surges exceeding 3 meters along the eastern seaboard, affecting coastal areas in northern and central Luzon, including Aurora, Isabela, Cagayan, and Baikal. Seas in these regions are expected to remain extremely rough, with waves reaching up to 14 meters.
Oh my God! Sobrang lakas! Grabe oh!
Authorities have advised all vessels to remain in port until conditions improve. The typhoon's rain bands continue to bring intense rainfall to large portions of Luzon, raising the likelihood of flash floods and landslides, especially in mountainous terrain. Areas under wind signal number 5 are forecast to experience widespread structural damage, fallen trees, and power interruptions as the system moves inland. According to PAGASA's forecast track, Uwan is expected to make landfall late on November 9th or early on November 10th in the central portion of Aurora Province, before crossing northern Luzon and possibly emerging over the Lingayen Gulf by the following afternoon. The typhoon is projected to weaken slightly as it interacts with mountainous terrain but will remain dangerous due to its wide circulation and intense rain bands. Residents in affected areas are urged to remain indoors, avoid coastal and low-lying zones, and comply with evacuation orders issued by local authorities. Those in regions under the highest wind signals have been warned that evacuation may no longer be safe due to deteriorating weather conditions. Even after the typhoon's center moves away, overflowing rivers and saturated soils will continue to pose serious risks to communities already hit by flooding from earlier storms. The U.S. Embassy in Manila issued an advisory urging American citizens to follow local evacuation orders and monitor government updates.
Tabang, Ginoo ko.
Guys, ini ang sitwasyon sa sila.
American storm chaser Josh Moore-German has been documenting the typhoon's progress from within Luzon, sharing real-time updates on social media platforms. Monitoring agencies, including the Japan Meteorological Agency and the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, continue to track Uwan's movement as it heads northwest. Analysts note that the storm's rapid intensification aligns with recent global patterns of stronger tropical cyclones linked to warming sea temperatures.